Hello and welcome to the next episode of Post Placement Talks with Swarupa. And today we have with us Mr. Darsh Shah, who is a front-end developer as well as a blogger and a mentor in various hackathons. He is also a Postman student leader and recently graduated from Gujarat Technological University in the year 2020. It's a pleasure to have you with us, sir, and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So let's start off with the questions. So where do you currently work, and what are your responsibilities over there?
Okay, so I'm currently working with a startup company over here in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The name of company is like Upwork Tech, and I'm currently working as a front-end developer there. And I mostly work on front-end part of client application by resolving potential bugs and adding some required features on top of it. Also, I do code reviews for my fellow developers during my office hours, and that's pretty much about what I do in my regular full-time job.
Okay, that's good. So why did you choose front-end development, and what is going to be the future of it? Like, will it be more of the creative side or more of technical?
Okay, so back in my college days, I was just curious about the web work, like how web works actually. And that's what helped me to be in this field. And it seems like front end was the part like I want to start with for my starting career. And now here I am as a front end developer. So if we talk about not just front end, but overall web, then in general, like web will have without a doubt the bright future as we are all surrounded by the web in one or the other way, be it an application or a website. We tend to use both of them in day-to-day life, right? And that's what make our life easier. So yes, being like developer, you will have to like good at your development skills, and yeah, that's what the future is. Web
Okay.
is the future. Yeah.
So I also read that you are a mentor in MLH, which is Major League Hacking. So what is it all about, and so how do students get into it?
Okay, so MLH. For those of you who don't know what MLH is, MLH stands for Major League Hacking. So they are the community of like-minded people, like mostly developers, and who organizes events, hackathons, and other student programs to help the student developer community to grow in their career. So like they have like everything, like they have mentioned each and everything in their website. And apart from this MLH, there are many different other developer communities which student must have been part of. So there are communities like Mintbean. So Mintbean has the same goal. They are just transforming students' life, and they help them to get motivated and do projects by their own. And that's what helps student developers to grow in their career. So I would really suggest, like, for those of you who don't know, who are not part of these communities, then you should be part of all these communities to grow. And that's what help, like, networking is the key. And being part of a developer community, you will get a lot of opportunity to network with other peoples and other developers, and you will get to know about like what they are currently doing and what you are currently lacking, and that's what help you grow in your career.
Yes, sir. So how do we get into MLH? Is there any application form or process?
Yes, so they do have mentioned like they do have any like requirements like they have mentioned in their website. So you just have to visit their website, and if you want to attend some hackathons or certain events, then you will have to register for the specific event, and you will get an email like for the joining kind of things. Yeah.
Okay, right. So is there any tips that you would like to give college students regarding internships and placements?
So yes, I want to suggest something. So during your initial phases, like during your initial years of your education, you don't have to focus on internships and placements. Rather, you focus on your skills, like build your skills, and at the end, you will end up getting your placement or a job at some good companies. So what students are currently doing, they just focus on internships and placement from the very beginning of their career or education. That's not the point. First of all, just grow what skills you want, just focus on them, and just be master in them. That's what help you get into internships and placements. And regarding The other part, like if you are in final year or pre-final year of your college, then what you have to focus is on GitHub. Like you will have to focus on your GitHub profile. Like many of the companies see your GitHub profile as well as your LinkedIn profile, like how much active you are in the community or in your day-to-day life, what projects have you been made, and that's what help you end up with a internship or a placement. Yeah.
Okay, and is CGPA also very important?
Yes, up to some extent, CGPA are do important, plays an important role. So let's say if you have above average score, that is 7 or 7.5, that's totally okay. And that's what help you be part of the interview call that many of the companies have as an precondition, like you must have this kind of CGPA. So at that point of time, CGPA plays an important role. Otherwise, CGPA doesn't matter if you have certain skills.
Okay, right. So would you prefer working for a startup or an established company?
Good question. So basically, there are two perspectives, like a startup company or a well-established or MNC company. Let's say over here in India, we have this MNC, big tech giants such as TCS and Infosys, Wipro kind of companies. So there are two different perspectives in this, and that totally depends on the individual, like what they currently focused on. So if your focus is on learning, like you want to learn each and everything, or if you want to grow in your career, then startups are the best place to be in, because startup will help you understand the complete flow, irrespective of what you are currently focused on. Like if I'm a full front-end developer, they will make me full stack. You will have to work on many different things. You will have to be out of your comfort zone and try different things in startup. But if you talk about multinational companies or big tech giants, what they do, they just have this specific thing. And yes, you will have to be good in that specific thing. So you won't grow as much as you grow in startup. So that's totally like an overview. Like if you want a stable job, then you will have to focus on this big tech giant companies or uh, multinational companies for say. Yeah. But if you want
Okay,
to grow in your career, then startups are the great place to be in.
right, yeah. So this brings us to the last question. If
Mhm.
you are given an opportunity to do engineering again, like from the first, what would you do differently?
Awesome. Okay. So what I will suggest is students be outspoken, like in not that way, in a good sense, and see each and every opportunity as a challenge. Just give it a try. You will gonna succeed. If you don't try, you won't succeed at any point. So, and yes, the main thing, don't just restrict yourself to a specific technology. Be open-minded. Try everything out that's coming along. And there is nothing bad will happen. You will just have a great learning during that phase. So just try it everything, and that's actually will help you decide upon like what you want to do during your uh, future careers, like what you want to do actually. So during the initial phase of your college days, just try to explore each and every field. Like there are many different fields I have actually explored, such as web development, AIML, and blockchain. So these are the fields like people tend to explore, because we during the beginning we don't know like what will happen and what's the future and what we actually want to do. So it's better to explore each and everything and see what works for you, and just go for it for the next of your next life of your career. So yeah,
Yeah. Thank you so much for it, sir. It was a pleasure
thank
having
you,
you with us. Yeah, thank you.
thank you, thank you, Sarva. Thanks for having me.